Okay. Nining Jo Acholi, welcome back to Chaka Leb Acholi and Jackline Ikang and Okeny. Man segment me Ceng Abicel Ki Okeny. Today is the fourth session with Okeny. And the topic for today, Ningani, want me to look me nyomi gang, gi kid me nyom, ma jumo berekere gi lorok. The difference between ki nyomo, ngamo, me, the community to a me actually, gi the difference in nyomo ngamo ma pe ngami gang, ngami actually. We wanted to explore that from two experiences, Mawati Ekere. Okay, being that he's going to share with his own experience, relationship more better yet. Also myself, Kidma relationship with Choli and Gilorok. Okay, I'm going to pass it on to you and to introduce yourself and maybe share a little bit about this topic.
Kaka po mi gina mi jola ni gina chaka gila bachuli.
Mm.
Hat topic ma tie pian munu topic atia be pian inge one more tea gina olaya nyo wati gang polo roke wati anene ni pol lutini to ama jui gidongo onyala gin kari kanya nyo kelo gin kanya pono gitojo nyo pol gitie me lutini atino atamane parents jui waje gi kin ma kika chuli tie kere kiro dama mero gi bet kere yala ka chalki mero nyomo nyom kire anga chuli gi tie kere but inge wabedo
Mm.
kama pol nyo dal moko mene inge wabe ka gi bedo chali olaya ni lutini tugi gi kiro ka wire gi lo rok nyo gi nyomo lo rok nyo gi bedo gi lo rok and tie jal munu culture wa tie nyen again culture to ami gang inge poultry and actually me inyome kin actually um pene actually gin yenyo lo rock but inge malo lungo ne new millennium yo moko nyen pinya loge so dano gi wiye kan itime kira iworo kere ilobo ibi nongo lo tini kar gitie jal America, kari ti Australia, kari ti Canada, kari ti UK, yo kari kamoy ken gilo gineno chal gi bedo gi kilo ro gingo gene so ada dana itwero binomo daga pe nyo acho mo atiro ro yala uno unye kere nyo ubero kere nyo ubinyome en kira chuli weng laga kenyo so kira tia tamana wan wabedo kan mo apole atamane wan kwa waneno kit kwa kolorok mene tie pat kit kwa pa chul tie pat akini ngeo logmi relationship na tie uh, apa pat en ngamo yero ngane diro bedo kereno en no munu gyaro bangamia yeah so munu kita
Mm.
tamo
Apoa. An kin mi waja kerene. Wan ma wadongo wakachien lolunga team wili di team far away from home. Uh, we didn't get to experience much of Nano culture to Aminyo, besides looking at our parents being in a traditional marriage. And then obviously watching you guys who are older than us, watching you guys, how you guys engage in marriage and who you guys end up marrying was the only experience that we had. Coming from Sudan and into Uganda and then into America. But what Betty Katamoningoni, the need to preserve culture to up here now, what a different society. What tamni wano wabidog gankone. You can love who you love. Kanye culture makanye lawani ngoni. Love is love. You can love who you love. Even though if parents may push back against God, and I remember dad to a young kwera when older sisters to a get bitter kanongo suitors mogo ma bino gang no gin lorok or kwera gino. Oriamagi. Tata, dear boy, you guys are watching. Jamono Binuka looking to marry sisters to my donga. Dad to acquire Hapian Gino ye kid look echo. And Mirane Dana Migang again at Julie to a my engaging. So what I understand, look me Nyome mi gang. The pros of Nyomo ngami gang in your culture tugi, in your family tugi, in your capacity tugi. Yalla bene dad paid your uncles too from your clan, well your sub clan. No one in your kidney vetting family Johnny. Lo nana family man ka ngare kuiri. Kono gi kuana will ngongo will gi maro genelano dano. Uh, if they perceive that family ne bad, then fine, they will accept Nyome. Lakin ka ni lorok ma bino ni, there's no way of parents bearing your dad, bearing your uncles, bearing ngeo family pa lorok. Lo tuero vetting ko pian lo ngeo ko. Society, there's no way of finding out. Family pangara better ni ninka bokeli rigang to introduce. And parents who have been more bit strict, especially dad too, and he will not allow the rogmo being gang kono gi parents or gi explain kom gi bino gi kan values to gi nga. He didn't have the time for that. He only cared about jotoa jomi gang actually, so that they can negotiate, look me nyom with understanding. Pian gindi understand culture to culture nyo chika actually when it comes to Nyom. Lakini, mawabir kanya wabir kar malach. We all had some experience with biddy relationship, a traditional Nyom with me Julie Kanya in the U.S. We had our share. No, my sisters Guinea, they were in marriages, get Julie Guinea, and they followed a strict custom to a minyom, which includes ngani, lacho bino gangtim introduction, both parents to your uncles and parents. Get him introduction, give follow the whole step minyom, kwaya warga, give bino chul look ngongo gini. Wabir kanena ero two sisters to when my turn came, and it's more so relationship. But actually, I was very young. I've never ever this. I never even thought of Nyom Acholi because I didn't think I would ever come into contact gay people in the Acholi community. Growing up in Maine and then living in New York, there was no Sudanese or no Acholi people. So when I finally followed Idea Gay into Nashville, and I came and met my son's father. I was not interested, but it seemed like he had some of the American cultural awareness. That's the only reason why I was able to actually gonna accept Nyom for gonna my son's father, because I'm like, okay, he's more Americanized, and it seems like we have some common understanding, and we have some similar backgrounds, being that one wing at Julie, what being a gigang, yellow been a parent story raised one kind. And we both lost our mothers. We had a lot of common things, and then also we enjoy rap music, hip hop music. We speak similar dialect of the American language. So we're like, okay, we're young, we have a lot in common. So I agreed. If it was somebody more traditional or even older, somebody straight out of Africa, maybe not. Not because I don't want my own kind. I was afraid of um, finding somebody that I can choose to live with or coexist with in a home as a family or a partner, life partner. I know traditionally, men don't have much of a say so in marriage. If you have a suitor back home, they come to your home, they meet your parents. Sometimes they don't want you to bring shame to the family. So if a suitor comes and your parents accept, you kind of have to go with it, and you learn to love each other along the way later on. Whereas here in this society, you get to date, get to know the person. If your hearts connect, then you follow your heart, and you kono bit kachel, you elope, Nyome, in a legal sense, ngama kinmatie kede waka kanye editing. Kawubero kachel as husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend, fiance, common law marriage, kanye in the US is acceptable. Lakini, the issue now, ka one way from the same community, one way Acholi, the expectation is that family pa churi understand culture tua. Miro chi waje both parents tugi custom tua ngo miro nungi chakatimo step minyum, which includes now penyo warga hijueni and doing the necessary things mi chulo look kono chulo nyom ka pori bo dating bele pori bo be ka chulo nyom ki ngongo gene. So the pressure is there for somebody like my son's father, the Acholi guy, my better get in there. Being that he was Americanized, he needed to go back to his parents to explain what he wanted to do. And now the expectation is high, right? You have to pay Luke, our custom, our tradition, right? Whether you want to or not, you have to follow the tradition. You can't just say we Americanized. Now we are all Acholi. So one of the cons of marrying your own people is that they're expected to understand your culture and your custom and your tradition. Versus the expectation is not there. They can just say, hey, I don't know your culture, I don't know your tradition. In most cases, they get away with not cholo look or cholo nyom or following through the traditional steps because they get away with it. They're supposed to uphold our tradition and custom, cholo look, and also make sure that family to be bene is vetted. They can vet the bride's family. They can also the bride's family can also vet the groom's family. So they want to make sure all their business is in order. They come from a good family. Joma benyo, otherwise lakwera nyome. Kari even kanya broad. I remember we rejected Nyom too. He never explained why he did reject Nyome, but we went ahead and did it. That's another thing with Nyome, Kari Nyome within the culture, like in abroad. You have to you're supposed to accept the decision that your parents are making. Uncles, you're supposed to accept it. We get too involved. Kanyom, look me nyomo chake, mon miro be aside. Family of the bride will like on it. Miro be aside, pagi lori. Ka initiate do bride lo bina nyomo in, ibera la lengdo. Look, moon is supposed to be between churi, family petting your parents petting your uncles petting customer. Gitiro look wang inong lo derin gang, like in Kanyong in the west, and then po mon gibero comfortable getting engaged and getting involved, voicing their concerns with will me look how much of a bride's price that their husband is expected to pay. They normally start voicing concerns with that, being that they expect their husbands to have enough money to support their livelihood once they get married. So they don't want the parents or the girl's family or uncles to set such a high bride's price or dowry for their marriage. I've seen many cases where mongi chaka leb chaka da ka wongi tia pursue will mongol e juen choage wagi chol minyom kono mi look wala mi ngom mi take look when more now they get involved here in the west wala in the diaspora they get involved. They voice their concerns with will even pursuing their husbands. Whereas gigang e bira la lengi loco, you're supposed to respect your family and respect the process, respect your tradition. And my dad too acquire ni panyo muna bonga. I went ahead and did it anyway. And that's one thing that I do regret because I didn't follow tradition too. I went against the tradition. I went against what the decision was from we or our family. Certain cases I've seen outside of our family as well, where more now get there look too much when it comes to Nyom Tugi. They want to get involved with Willa. They want to ask their fathers and their uncles, give me give me the chenanero kind. They even get involved as far as telling them how much to request, how much not to request. Or sometimes they even give their husbands money. Me cholo will me gonna tugna dowry tugna me konya ko chwagi. I don't know if they do that back home in Kenya. I don't know if you remember any cases ngamo be wajaburi, but and then they can mono they get too involved. Gichako don't cholo gonna look to it will look gonna jenna minyom to gi kin madong imira na gichogi ko gi koncho gonna ko chwagi. Amira tamni ngoi tradition muno lae cho yang nung gini mon mi konya ko gi mi cholo look wala cholo nyom wala gini jon gi bin gi gang to gi cholo in full without definitely interfering. Do you have any idea?
No, from Givangim, Chika Chuli, Koto, and Chene, you look more weenie, Echol, Kona, Emi, Kono, Gwenadi, Kono, Romadi, Kono, Diangadi, Chenadi, Gande Wang, no, Bino, you la cho, Piela cho, and Amira Dagoni, you mirror Latin, pa Danamo, so Inka, Mirang and more. En gia wat tu gi nyo woge nyo nga ki tori wini pino ngi kelo gine wang in keni pero ni daga no chira ami chene mo gi te yat ka ro ini bi kelo cheno nyuro jal chene ni pe mena a kiri wa che kere ne ya yo la kan me pol mon me gi konyo ko cho mo ma gitu gi mo me no pe nyo gi tie ga gimero nyom akin chene pe rom gi chene molo tia pe nyane yala ka down ne na ben gimero bere ka chel nyu gimere po wat tugo wikel wigi kom la chone ya gi konyo gi gimo atitiri gimo gi ti gi ke cha gi mio la chone bi nyum pe chene wen chira pre wat en wen rom ma chale chere i kom family chel so ginena lo ke ne rajko nyo gitia timo gimo sa tia tamone me ai chiga chuli chal nyo igang kuja timo mon chal timo giniko en munu gya tia timo en wa kanye kan yeah
Interesting. Pianan atamni katia timo wakan so much. There's communication channels between families. Gikan community makan community magang. But now abi wunya ningone through the Acholi conference magi berkatimone annually. They want to streamline ngone the standard price mi look imi nyom across the board. Wek dano weng ochul wela chill. Page you more going to get set again. I will too high, more get set will too low, will negotiation. They want to come up with a set price to make it easier for people not to manipulate or take advantage of either the groom's family or the bride's family. To a point where now, atamani gang benegi chakalaho ping where lacho may try to manipulate that ahead of time. Hey, digi wabina going on and a family permi kwa warga. Power meeting get involved. Lakini kono abicholo gini wenko pien munu chiana ti abino gi budget mi go gang. Makon ka nyom yina kill in gang. I have to keep a budget for me operation me gang. So amira ni pagetuma don kagetuma doing ini miringe miricha actual installments, actual in full. Okay. Like what do you think about that, okay? Because recently I've had a suitor that told me something like that. Ningoni, pien, kung toro wel ma dit ka mirachol weng munu weng kwai akwanya gi budget me operating out. So actual installment. That already told me what? No. Is that against tradition? Is that against custom? Will it be actual installment? Gumuno.
no I mean I win you me chiga chuli wajani in ki nyomo ngan mo loke bi tum ko so yeah so installment la cho twer timone pieni nyum ni munu ga tierong chali kin wadong so in ka chal imiyo gimo atiri en bod wat padaka pe nyo kono pang pero ni loko tum nina ere ken chalka dino pe ni ke 20,000 ke kono dielario nyo kono ekel kono ngo mia di kono ngo it were kelo ke mo e diere I waje gini okay man gia kero par eno gikanya lakin abi kelo gini nina mo mane Acholi yelo yala kira waje kere gena Nyom ni tumko mutelo kene itwera pero da mio gao penyo ini wang mi tieko kere pien wat en padago gi mio yiri mene kare mo en mi kelo jami weng magi penyo komini tama chiga chuli gina kwero lokiko giye pien inda ki ye ne oke openya 50,000 shillings o kono di lo ni akel kono Romo or Romy, kono mia chiel, yala ke digi mia chiel, yala ka kel maybe $10,000. Katina bini $5,000, yala ka achwalo kono Romy kono Pierre Beach, yala ka digi Pierre Beach, giye gane gigamo. Yala ka bitio money e kara mo ano kero na giye. So giwaje me nyum tumko.
So we can accept that within culture too. I'm Acholi. Kon Acholi me Uganda, well Acholi me South Sudan. This is accepted. Yala also, Kawati and Nyomo, other tribes, it's the same. We accept it. Pian one wing me gang. Ko? We accept this to chul installment until it tiro. Will it does that change when you marry from a different tribe? Do you know?
No, pianingyo gonna Lorok gite gonna rule to the culture to the part. So ila juli part gite kono jomi lotugo nyo kono bare kono jomi kan. Yeah, ginweng we tie ki look mo mi nyom muno mere mi yogi mo I can chicken no for part gini. So I want chick to a part law part gi go up or diang. So for example, or diang gite go check to go up a part. One no up a part. Ingo diang pole ke mar en kiro wa ke diangi. Jone ka diang diang wen muno muno ge mera. Eri pe paro go pichiene ke da duom ko ake ere meri omiri kile en gitia to nya pi yo pa ten tu ki ko no dago tu ki. Yeah, so check mera part. So loro check to the part. Yeah, la one check to a part.
So
There.
color like your more say for example, call me Odiang. Obina Nyom Dakami Acholi. Dakami Acholi Odiang Miro follow cousin part Chul me Nyom Dakamuno. Like that?
Yes, because munu the men gia mean you I mean anyaga gi wona anyaga gin ma gi penyo ga gi mero gi combat. So in ka itiro miri inoge I winja ge mio ge waje irini so that's why ik ka chulo ko pat. So kad latini tu ya lo diang mero o ye gawe mutia waje gina check me a chulo ni wen. Kaya ni ano bino ge gin kono gi chulo ge diang kono ge tembo ge ngoni nga chuli penyo chene gi penyo en le mogo gi ngongo ge so diang nyo la rugmo mero tim check me a chulo. Yeah, Latin actually. Yeah.
So now, I think there's a mutual understanding between Nyome the clan, Ginyom within one tribe, Ginyom inter-tribal between different tribes. Understanding it being one wing from the same nation, one wing from South Sudan. There could be an understanding where they pay installment, you're paying full, but one journey, wang Jomega. Now, Nyome, Nyomolorok me, we love money. It's a completely different ballgame. Where I don't think there's enough pressure or there's not pressure on Nyomolorok to cholo dowry will it look will it ngong. Do you think will it all ngolo will mala piano wanna get lo nyo jomi lobopa mudi? I've not known any cases where ikam ko gitimo gine gitimo a regular Western wedding and just so they just pass look me cholo look will ngong a tradition muno. Ichaka a white wedding in church or two loho tum. Jumuko tie mere get to air pressure ngane ka twagine lo rokmi from the west so kono kan Middle East wala kamukene mi cholo look e kan mo men get cholo wa malni mo wano ginyomo lo rok. What do you think? Have you seen any cases like
No,
that?
ani kachal mono nyo kono ngalmo mi Asia o Nyomo. Dago mo mi Acholi nyanga mo mi Acholi. Yes. Won anyira nyo won dago pangare. Gipenyo ni otim chika chuli mo. Yeah, mogomer gipenyo korong. Kacha ingira be ni anyira me ngeo gi moko muno akene ni Acholi pod miro ke tim ngina chika chuli. Kacha mono mo from America Nyomo nyaga chuli na mo. Won anyaga ne gi mine gi twere penyo ga mo gi ko mono ne. Muni be gi ngeo ko. Gi ngeo la gi ngeo ko. So kan mire na nyaga no muno biye gi mo atiri ma peme gi mo adit ko biye mer gi mo atiri lakini ole a nyaga chuli ka ro Nyomo mono gi ko na ne nyo Asian mo o elme no ngo twinye no aloge gina chiga chuli no mer lo mi chiga chuli paro ngi ket ko piere no miro ngat ngiwa be mine ko ni wona gi pengane ngiwa be go ngari mere ngiw kidgeri ko al tia balo kidi bedo tugi so no penyo nonko iga chuli kai en la ro gi penyo mana gi penyo ni o mi gi mo yeah so muni gi ngiw me lakini gi ngiw ko yala ngamu nyoma en mono nyola ro ke en ngamiro oberika ka atelo lo kwaji won ngaro ke yingi an ko ara bino ge chuli nyu kana bino ge kan chik twine mana kana po iri ma you were nyu wat para gi penyo gi moya mane so ki mara an miri chul ga eri uno go nen chal gi mo chal lo tia kwala ena kwala ano kami chene ma wan chunyo como amaro como ela ano que mi amigo na libadi uno con de charitia a chama na chama en ngariti ngio chiga chuli ko to waje wa be mono ni biye nyola roki ni biye ne okay un culture to team man and then jama mo wela down again I waje ke an me na mari abi mi yogi mo opinion
I've been on a case Mongomuno show me what you be last time 90-day fiance ne. Latin midget mono ne mama chwe yo leng yaba ne mo. Ochira ka Nyomo nya anya kamo ma leng young from Kono Thailand really kanye. She's like 21.
From Philippines.
Yes. Ni miri nyu ichul dari ni ngo miri kono chul kono wela di kono wel diang kono tim ngol acho ni mira weli na wela miro ringo tamo wio gware ni an miri wi US ko gi parmo pe ki chene atia be studio chene para pe ni a bar chene gi boli wora mi bino kan a pe be ne gi mo US ko dan tam ni ngo muniti gi chene kono ngo kono tour wel ma di kon chulo lu weng go family weng pola gi tu mo ben be pe la jon ana pegi gi mo daxan gi tour wela roy wi la chone kono ni kono 50,000 gi diang wala gi la bala gi ngongo la chono gwara we shoni so atamni these days jo mo ka gi no lo rok chal mono ne they don't pressure again too much micholo look unless ka gi lon gi tour wel mal ya mun kas mi to chol gi cholo mo don kono kagi ngene chwagi ni gitigi mo bene pene giti mo white wedding in church no gumunu nyomo ja a dog beach kono for $5 $10 $100 too gichero gang that's it kid manero kede Damninga.
Yeah, pianingo gana logmi olaya kanya in Nyom ibi nongo chiene ne ka utimo divorce pero ni inongo
Ah. Mm.
inongo chiene rieko ibi nongo chiene ka uno uket munu kia mono ngeo abe ni au yang no wo Nyome lakini ko paket so biro wa poga wengi die so munu kia muni ngeo lakini ki wa dia chul chiene rie ma poru tie Nyome nyo kono utia neno komuni yeko ya eni ye merko lakini chik eri pay wige I can be cat why okay yeah arangil eri so anena mati olaya kanye yeah muni ngio no kau cat dong muni me on ko daga pe me polutini muni yo long child support chene ko daga mu ko nyo long alimony muni chene be mio bien yango no ubero be daga ni tia konyo in ya ini tio attack ibere a cholo gamo so come ukete daga ne robe da be mene mero be you would o be you with o puri chiene mero no bin mene pe yang no na yang bini come anyway so in mere so munu gi atama muni ngeo olaya kan dano ngeo lakin kani cholo chiena nyim nyokono me nyum kre ngo gipia tama no go mi mero kwalo gin
So now challenge me gina Nyom mani ka Latina nyaka tu dong nyemolo rope. Pola gi accustomed to money culture pachwa gine. Look me preserving culture. Yalla teaching Lutini. Can we preserve? We're learning culture to the yalla preserving culture. That's a challenge. Kidong inyome Lorok. Middle Latin. On a flip side, mun beru ma be Latin to logo leb ma duong wala leb tu mi achuligi leb jala roke. Yalla giberu smart and wise in that sense. Lakin now, making sure that bene they don't forget aside to me actually kono logo leba chuli me leba chuli custom culture pa chuli bene. Mudu is a whole battle in the house. Meeting on it, Munari area when middle point Latin on both sides of culture munu. Naming bene. Nyonying Latin. It was kanya me and American style. Nying moki can't. Like in Kajamo could give me a preserving lap. Give me a tuero, but nga magitamani ogena tuero naming Latin kanong lamyoning Latin. In case to a bonga, grandfather pa bonga mo mero mio nyinga bonga. Anak kuera lakin ni pien anything the grandfather chike ero grandfather tigi right me naming like grandson better his first grandson. Ko mio nying bonga mean bien pien nga and Peggy brothers your brothers better when don't pay. That's something that I didn't like about culture too. Actually, grandfather naming their grandson. But monoculture too, you have to accept it. Go. But with Ogeno now, his father has had the right to name Ogeno, but I was able to give him the middle name. So depending on ki nyomo danami gang, nyomo ngamo lorok mo, in the manner in which you can Latin man, the manner in which you can preserve leb two, culture two, nying two, lineage tech, piano donga, inyomoloro. How do you feel about that? Okay, inma inyomoloroke. How have you been able to now teach Asia lab to naming gin kono in me name will it custom pa jone tie custom pa daga pergi tie ma mere bene war.
no basically chalki inyo mola rock gawen mero tem 50-50 so alka giabe gi daga pare en munu jogi bino gi tradition mi jongat bino gi Asia so gin chik tu gi me peri rom gi jomi Africa lakin gin gi tie gi gina tradition tu gi mer ma and mere wall look me culture yala wall kono ga ku ti atemo ne pero ne pero chal kira muni ki temo kere nyo kono Lorok gi time gi dange kono ni so gin gi ti culture to ga be so kachal uh, ka miyo nying lo tini ne let's say eno gena waje mero ya chako nying lo tini gechal gimo pe ni lep tugi pe lepar icho lep mi America lakin yero cha nyinga beach yala ka ikin nyinga beach yala wa yero wa bedo ka gena a yero ne okay ini tamani ngo yala ka ye nyinga chel wa miyo lakin angiwa be chal anatira chuli so an mena mero inying lo tini para mero chiga chuli mo no bedye so an ayero either middle name your last name pa imuno mere pa last name bedo pa in middle name an ayero munu atiro leba chuli so kari eno ye ni yero first name tu ki kono ngone yero middle name piera ngone ka gibi cho middle name ka moy kena ge chiro ye will nyo ngan mo angyo chuli te kono kwana nyingira ye ngyo ni mun latina chuli
Exactly.
yeah so mun ga temo
An mina tama gumul gilo tini para special geno ma annual gilo roke. Atam ne ka one day bichero gang. Po nen malatin Arab man. Me amiro nen nying man malatin Acholi. Ko neno nying rie pe po rie ma wani munu kono foreigner. Miro nen nying nen munu muna Acholi mi South Sudan. He doesn't have any problems. So he can coachero gang. Now one more ma onywalo one minwa you one wa wenjo mi gang Acholi mi gang. Mio nying mostly wife follow the father a custom to her one Latin ma naming Lotini Pole ko
yeah I mean atamo gena team 50-50 kal kam min latin mero nying mo mero chaone el bi waje ne mero nying latin e munu yala un latin mena mero nying e romone waje me ne mero nying e yala at the end of the day I think ngara chiele ken na yelo ke ko gin gi yeri okay nyinga do bi beri mane lakini ngeo chal nyinga for example Okeny munu gina munu ngan mo yero pe munu ngam tiga chuli chal ko nywala in after nyira a dek nyangwen munu nyingere or America gimo ngan wa yero me nyingere pe munu ngatiero gina munu tiero gina en tiga chuli manyingi chal binori aya munu nga nyako nywalo nyako nywalo ngewo gonna date gonna we when ya Okeny munu ngamo nywale nyira date nyira ngwen so nying cha moko yeah dano min dano nyo won gi ya gi chako lakin pola moko munu bino tradition chal ko nywalo ilatin kayo like anyara adie munu anyara firstborn munu nying pemen o chaka ko muna gira dano ngeo so nying bini munu
okay
yeah so again polemet any ngeo ugena kaka ara chaka na mero nying latino be ma okay wone me mero be ma wabi gi kamo die ya latino ya o chaka nying lakini ngeo chaka nying ngi actually it meaningful so ka chaka nying latin mo en ka pole lo chaka nying no mean ke mo pe lo chaka ta because I'm here a bit John. I'm here a bit Mike. No,
Yeah.
yeah. You know,
Oh,
yeah, Lonero kid season tie kere ya la ka unu tie go lo chan. Wala kono be be kuch. Kono ngo gi chal o kuch. Yo kono tia lo kono pen tie kere e cha ro nyala ini munu me lo twa nying men no gi kidlo ka. Ka me ro no chan o chan. Uru kono no chan o ngo so lo tini lo la lo cha ko nyinge pi kida pen tie kere no kara e no nyala ini.
You tell me one more come out here dong abroad what bit or dong in the diaspora can ma influence it here from the west in naming Lotini. You tell me at some point we'll be losing Nying Tua Pien what most of us were me Nying Mooney dong but Lotini. And I'm sure Lotini Tua better be me dong Nying Mooney completely but Lotini. They may even deal away with Nying Acholi completely. You think at some point, one more out here, we'll be losing. What we're preserve? Nying toa, we'll be losing. Atama gumunu pien. Atigil student para ne moy. Kuya, he's from India, Albino international student. Kakwan ira kan. Okay. Ngayon yung Latino ngani?
No.
Yung Latino Joseph Stalin. From India. What's the mid application for Latino? Okay, you're not thinking anything. Okay, maybe no itamani munu ngamo from the west, new European or nyala India kono nga kuya. Tia bini gang kwani itama European matia bino. The top Latin me India bino nyinga Joseph Stalin. Iguara we pinga. Why do parents do that? Kwanya nyingma part from a different community. Give me a bulletini tugi. I mean, the child may still be from their community, like in Ying Munudro, Tiakwanyo identity to the. What do you think about it? You think one day we'll be losing this custom, me or Ying, me a chuli, bulletini to?
No, I don't think Acholi will lose because Acholi tradition to our tier or attack. Kari ichak nyingene Joseph Stalin middle name pa tia part lungu ko mo ni boya lungu ni on a cot lungu ni kono nga Acholi ye kari ni tembe kana nyingene ning parents me Acholi gingiti proud me tradition giwal gibi yenyo riego mo mi kero nying mo manyu tin neno Obama ko what neno Obama o kane kero kane ni ning dala ni yeah kero kwe
Oh my God.
lo yeko so latin mi Indian yeah mi ne kono wona gitia tamana go gitie munu riego yeah tiyo ken in kiti nying ma yod di munu ne chal mi lo ma chere gan kwan nyo ko mi no ga mo chal ne no no ko scholarship nyo no ko admission bi no kene mi wona inge nying kid e bi atine bi mere kere mala wi lobo so cha mo ko me nying ko nyo ko lakin ko eno nying mo chal inge African what ti nying la pat gini ko lo ne no ngo o jok o kelo go ngima munu ka munu nena yinyo ye ni munu
African.
yeah African you ngan mola rogo ke po mire teach so bi kelo ka ben ngiyo ke mo go no ngo like why ni John Smith you why munu John Smith from the Pilgrims oh nyo ngari no gingiyo pen go ngo so giye in pia ni nyingi ti John Smith you nena jui pola chura nena tradition tu ki cha nying mi Bible John kono nga lakin Leb Acholi gigi last name Leb Acholi kono cha ne kono Joseph kono ngo no nga kono nga so Acholi gi ngio riego ni kin peri mi logo mere chak nying chal arware gi chal mi Bible gi nyo
Mm.
nying ma winyo chal dano ngeo
Mm.
ole me dano mo bino gi Bible
Mm.
in last name tugi nyo middle name tugi better actually so kari ichak nyingi ko like John the Baptist
Mm.
in middle name pe no tie alo kwera nyo nyingi ko ko ma cage
Ada.
yeah so munu bi nyu
Mm.
ya wan atin luo atin
Mm.
achu in kono mi kan nyuru ge la keni ngeo chalo iwaje kere Indian otimore
Mm.
Indian pen gi ngeo be nyingi ngan mo pe ki nying ero ne
Mm.
so gi mi latini obere no ka wood chalo wi logo kira obiro okre
Mm.
ga kanya ne chal plan tu gi no tio
Mm.
aken
Mm.
chiga chuli kari nyingi gi lok ni ning
Mm.
parents gi maro gana
Mm.
gi maro chiga chuli wa magi loko gi mo nyuru ni latini latina chuli gi gina gi mi
Mm.
nying mo
Mm.
ikinene nyuru ni ina chuli nyuluo
Mm. Okay. No poor. So another thing on it, some of the advantages minyo majomi gang being able to preserve culture to yala bene there's a mutual understanding when it comes to tradition to minyo. So ki nyom ngami gang it's easy for your two to communicate look minyo back and forth and there's an understanding. So you cannot say I didn't understand well or I didn't understand that's what you meant. You understand we're from the same culture. Kuni the clan of chill will the tribe of chill we understand each other even into gonna tribal way the South Sudan tribe wing minute they understand each other's tribe. It's very easy to understand lakini nong nyomolo rok mawaka kono from another country kono in the west sometimes get to do na get wanna hang here been a tradition too ko weka do lo bit lenient it get lo ngalo gonna will make it midari but the challenge now, Minyomolorok, is preserving culture and making sure that Lotini bingi leptugi, nyingi kagichirogang, gipunyo merek, gitwero, if the parents are proactive, gitwero punyo lep aria weng, including a jolly, culture na aria weng, lakin kacha pemi punyo gin weng bene, Latin will most likely adapt to that context, and sometimes they lose tradition and culture and identity to the kamanyitie yenyo culture manyin. So thank you again. Any final thoughts about nyome nyomi gang kinwa gang nyome gilorok?
no iwaje mara the only gia be gi nyome gi ikingange pien igeo da ku tia da wala kono tia la lo mo
Hmm.
utwero ngeo kidanga de tia lokere yala
Hmm.
ingia be kidanga de tia waje loke utwero ye lo mo de gimo araj mere pe
Hmm.
akala ro ku tia da nyu tia la lo mo en go tia tamo gimo ro wa pat pero tia aneno injal in dana ere bedi eri ngeo ni in ere ne munu gia pe wi no en tia neno ino chal itie chal ngan mo miro kono kelo tai come
Yeah.
lakini chiga chuli nyo kari
Hmm.
ina chuli ka utia da inge munu gi gog mogo
Hmm.
utia ar log mo log ore mogo nyo kono ngo
Hmm.
lo ke chira mena kamoko munu me tiro log mikin jo
Hmm.
me nyo
Hmm.
munu lo ne
Hmm.
relationship issue ma
Hmm.
lakini arok go kutia da o waje okay ano ngi chiro ngo lo pinyo
Hmm.
gik pinyo no nyo
Hmm.
ere tang tugi nyo ko utia la lo gmo
Hmm.
ye bene ko chal muni
Hmm.
mono to chao da kira tiri ko ngo ma mero ke rie komberi
Hmm.
nyo ere chiro nyo la cho mo rie mena ve
Hmm.
no to lo mo fe o la ro so that's why getemo divorce rie paro mena ko bien eno go tia tamane go i tia ke la tai come go ko ni go wa wi go la wo ye nyo ko ngo e tam okay Nyom dana ye la lo dana ye wo aken ge wa nyuru ni ko ni inong imere nyimi ngan ma pa de ge mo munu onariye de o de ko gunyu du ko na nok ya no la cho mo nyum and e dag do okay bye so atawa wono to jogi nyomo muni gi ngewa be wono ko kelo wie dogo como o cha latino atiri dag mo no mo ka pe ti malo cha ko me dange ne dog no gang tu gi wala mi ro cher kan ya la gemo me ti mo ne pe no lunga bili komi yeah so be ka no me kilo ko logi komi again itia pero gi chal ngar mo bino e culture tu tuero la lo again pin bi kwe ngadi ne ngiyo dia muno me ro tia gina ada lakin da mo ara te muno da me gi o tia la lo mo no again mono wala kono la ro tia ta mo ya okay ini kelo wi man an na kelo wi man ana ringo a dog gang to a yin la cho apat nya lunga bili pieni tia la lo uga so amone and better Acholi nyo jonti culture to bear peno kid me la lo tu ya lo mo bi kweo lo kema
Wallahi. That's good. At least gang, at least culture tour. Kan wanya munu tila lungo family gini bika binka lara look too. As opposed to lungo police, kono gore, gilweng, lungo abili, chiri sigin, ngage. That's a good thing, especially hiti wa hakanya. When I pull youth too, I don't get your boloro, Nyom loro, Nywang loro, look at gini duong get kidney saving gin dong tech behind what the culture man yin, what the wape gang. What make them this new home gang toa influence been a team at Jericho Mwagina Wakan Karilo Tini Gen ko Paul one mo manongo bere wacha beroge loro kinine one nano custom do bero do custom to adon bero do tradition to adon ene on poro ginit ki magetimo in many timo barapo okay, thank you so much. So next week everyone please join us again for Ceng Abicel Ki Okeny. Make sure to like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel as Chaka Leb Acholi. Our official Facebook page is Chaka Leb Acholi as well. My personal Facebook is Jackline Ikang and South Sudan. I also post these videos there. Please make sure to comment, like, and share. Drop your comments about Nyom. Anything that you want to share with us about marriage, marrying back home within your own clans or tribe. Between tribes, or even marrying somebody outside of from a different nation. Please drop your comments. Apo amatekan Jackline Ikang and Okeny. You already know Okeny pa ili. Okeny apo have a good night, and I hope to see you again next week.
all right, Kang, thank you for having me. Good night.
All right, thank you. Good night. Bye bye.
All right.